In other stories now, Kenya's much heralded presidential debate is scheduled for this evening in the capital, Nairobi. But then, the question raised is if all 8 candidates will turn up. The leader of the opposition National Super Alliance, Raila Odinga, has confirmed his participation, while his main rival, the incumbent president Uhuru Kenyatta, says he'll not be attending. Last week, only 1 candidate turned up for the running mates debate. Opinion polls released over the weekend suggest a tight race ahead of the August 8th vote. One showed Mr. Odinga leading with 47%, while Mr. Kenyatta was at 46%. Another poll put the president in the lead with 47%, while his main rival was at 43%. Zimbabwe state-owned newspaper reports that President Robert Mugabe has given his sister-in-law $60,000 as a birthday gift. It says that the gift was to thank Junior Gumbo Chuma, who is the First Lady's eldest sister, for helping Mr. Mugabe's children. Mrs. Gumbo Chuma is a pastor, and the Herald reports that the president used the opportunity of her birthday celebrations to criticize Pentecostal preachers who make money from their congregants by stage managing miracles. Zimbabwe's economy is currently struggling to grow, and the country is experiencing a cash shortage as there are not enough dollar notes, one of the currencies used in the country. Over now to Egypt, where severe poverty has pushed some citizens to migrants towards their death in Libya, many of them from the villages in Minya, an impoverished province south of Cairo, where residents say poverty and unemployment have been driving villagers to put their lives at risk to find work of any kind, even if it's meant contending with conditions of war in Libya.
In a bare room with nothing but a small pillow, a few pots and a sheet to cover the dusty floor, Yusuf Abdullahi's family, living in an impoverished Egyptian village, were told he had died in the Libyan desert. Abdullah was one of at least 22 Egyptians found dead earlier this month, perishing from heat and starvation after trekking the Libyan desert by foot in search of jobs in the war-torn country that they could not secure at home. Many of them came from villages in Minya, an impoverished province south of Cairo, where residents say that poverty and unemployment have been driving villagers to put their lives at risk to find work of any kind, even if it meant contending with conditions of war. Egypt last year began sweeping economic reforms as part of a 3-year $12 billion International Monetary Fund loan program, floating its pound currency and slashing subsidies in a bid to lure back foreign investment that fled after its 2011 political uprising. But the measures have pushed inflation above 30% and slashed purchasing power. Among the survivors is Said Abdullah, who dug his 17-year-old son a grave by hand in the desert after he died. To get to Libya, Abdullah and others from his neighborhood paid a broker from a nearby village, who took money in exchange for providing what he said was legal passage. He then passed them on to smugglers, who left them in the Libyan desert without food or water. Egyptian Migration Minister Nabila Makram, in a statement, said that the deaths were tragic, unfortunate and painful, and speaks of the danger of illegal immigration.
Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari has met with some governors and leaders of the All Progressives Congress at the Abuja House in London. Governor Rochas Okorocha of Imo State told presidential spokesman Femi Adesina over the phone that the party delegation spent more than an hour with the president over lunch, and it was very clear from the discussions that he followed developments at home very closely. The governor said the president was very cheerful and sent his best wishes to Nigerians. Well, those in the delegation include Governors Tanko Almakura of Nasarawa, Nasir El-Rufai of Kaduna, Yahaya Bello of Kogi, and the APC National Chairman, Chief John Oyegun. We're staying in Nigeria. Healthcare delivery for the people of Bauchi State has received a boost with the construction of 19 model primary healthcare facilities across the state. This was announced by the state governor, Mohammed Abubakar, who says the project is part of his administration's 5-point health agenda that seeks to improve health facilities in the state.
According to the 2016 National Health Facility Survey, only 20% of the 30,000 primary health centers are functional in Nigeria. The report further stated that Nigeria is under severe need to improve health facilities and healthcare delivery system for its citizenry. These ambulances are part of the efforts by the United Nations Children's Fund and other development partners to improve healthcare facilities in Bauchi State. The partners donated drugs and medical equipment worth over 600 million naira. The equipment are to be distributed to hospitals and other healthcare facilities across the over 300 wards in the state. The UNICEF country representative said the supply will help in attaining optimal functionality of the 323 primary healthcare centers in Bauchi State to provide quality healthcare services.
Your Excellencies, I am glad to inform you that 16 trucks containing some of these equipment and medicine have already arrived and much more are still to be delivered.
This is expected to reach over 2 million women, men, girls and boys with maternal, newborn, child health and adolescent sexual reproductive health services.
The Bauchi State Governor, who flagged up the distribution of the item, expressed delight, saying that the state government is taking advantage of this opportunity to address the challenges in the state's healthcare sector.
In order to improve on the facilities rendering healthcare provision, we have constructed 19 model primary healthcare facilities, complete with accommodation for staff, VIP latrines and solar-powered boreholes. We have also continued to address the human resource for health need of the state.
Through this intervention, UNICEF and other development partners are hoping to provide improved healthcare for over 1.5 million children under the age of 5 and 380,000 pregnant women annually.
Coming up after the break, Nigerian musician Innocent Lybia, popularly called Two-Face, pleads for displaced Boko Haram victims. Do join us again.